Hey, I'm Pat Iyer, and coming up next, you'll have an opportunity to hear from a trial attorney with more than 38 years of experience who has settled cases valued at more than $150 million. John Mennie is my guest, a New Jersey-based plaintiff personal injury attorney. We just finished a podcast, and I would love, John, if you could describe for our listener what we covered in your podcast.
Sure, Pat. And it was my pleasure to participate in your podcast. For your listeners out there, legal nurse consultants, we covered a number of different topics. One dealt with using legal nurse consultants to get into evidence medical bills which are not covered by no-fault insurance in car crashes and those other cases which are not car crash cases, how we can use a legal nurse consultant to summarize the usual and customary medical bills. We also went over the difference between a life care plan and a future medical plan and how we use legal nurse consultants for that. The importance of a legal nurse consultant, keeping it real simple, because ultimately keeping in mind that you're going to present this case to a jury, and so that it has the reports have that wow factor where the injuries jump out off the page by using demonstrative evidence, summarizing the care and treatment, and most importantly, the pain and suffering that and the damages that the person went into. So there are a number of different things that we use the legal nurse consultants for. We discussed all that, and I think your listeners can hopefully gain some knowledge in terms of what we as lawyers look for when we hire legal nurse consultants.
Thank you, John. Be sure to catch John Mennie's podcast coming up next on Legal Nurse Podcast.